Hey guys, be sure to like and subscribe. We're down here at the park as usual, and I'm cutting a few videos today, just so I can take a break every other day, or try to anyway. I usually don't really take a break. I still have to answer the phones and comments or whatever, but I try to cut usually 2 or 3 videos in a row. I do all my research and everything, and then what I do is I try to cut my videos. But today I want to talk a little bit about the hot water units, the electric ones that you put on the wall in the showers. Okay, and I'm not a professional on these by any means, but I did want to talk about this because some of you guys are saying, a couple of people, I understand why people want them. Some people want them because they like having that hot shower. That's great. Some people want to have some hot water to wash their dishes and put it into like a thing to scrub their dishes or what have you. I get that, okay? And it can be a good idea sometimes if you have the extra money, okay? But here's the thing. Over here for a shower, you will welcome a cold shower. So at least I do. I don't know about you. I can't speak for everybody, but let me just say this here. After a while, you kind of get used to having a cold shower in the morning and at night. And you kind of look forward to that, having that cool water running over your body, especially if it's a hot, sticky, humid day. It just kind of helps you out. So what I tell people is this, if you're going to use it just for that, then I would say it's not worth getting. Here's the other thing. Some people said that they wanted to use it so they could fill up a pot with hot water to wash their dishes or whatever. Okay, that might be a possibility, but it might be a possibility that you might want to have it over your sink instead with like the shower handle, because they have ones with like a plastic shower handle, and you can wash your dishes with the hot water or the warm water. It doesn't really come out super, super hot. It comes out semi-hot. So each one's a little bit different. Depends on which one you get. And it depends on the water pressure that you have too. But here's the thing, guys. If you get one of these, if you do get one of these and you put it in your house, it's cheap to run electrically unless you're using it quite a lot. But if you're going to use it for your dishes or something like that, you really don't even need to use it for your dishes either, because the soaps over here cut through most of that grease. I mean, some people say, no, see, that's not true. I mean, I don't know how my girlfriend does the dishes, but I'll just say this, that they're always clean, grease-free. When she does the pots and everything, she just uses soap, rinses it off, and it all comes off. And it doesn't leave a coating of grease or anything on there, on the pots and pans or dishes or whatever. Our dishes have always been spotless. And that's kind of a nice thing over here, But you don't need that hot water. You really seriously don't. I mean, I understand what it's like to have a nice hot shower sometimes. It feels great lathering up and having that hot shower. When I go over to Tan's Oasis, I love turning on that hot water, okay, and feeling that hot water on my body with a nice lathery soap or something like that, and just being able to take a hot shower for once, just even if it's a couple times a year or whatever, compared to the cold water shower. But yeah, I don't think you really need it over here per se. It's okay, to have that. But it's not a need. And I think if you're trying to save money over here, just go with the cold water. Just go with the cold water. You'll save yourself a few bucks. I just don't think it's worth it. And plus, once you put that in, you could take it with you, but you're going to be leaving holes in the wall for your landlord and stuff. So you kind of have to leave it behind unless you want to leave all those holes in the wall for your landlord. And they might get kind of, ticked off at you that you did leave all those holes in the wall. So before you put it in, make sure you ask your landlord if you can put it in. But for the most part, I tell people leave stuff like that behind, especially if you've used it for a year or more. Just leave it behind, because you leave the apartment kind of a mess. And you know what? You've already kind of got your money's worth out of it anyway at that point. They're not that expensive. They're kind of cheap. You just have to have them kind of hooked up and everything. And it's not bad to have them hooked up. It's kind of cheap, but make sure you have those hooked up properly so you're not going to get electrocuted too, and some water's not going to splash into some electrical outlet or something around there in the shower. You want to make sure everything is hidden away from the water, where no water will splash on it. Because over here in the Philippines, I heard that there's a lot of accidents while people are taking showers and stuff from those hot water heaters, where people have gotten electrocuted in the past because they were hooked up wrong or what have you. Be careful of that, because I remember when those first started coming out over here, there was a whole bunch of issues with those. I remember hearing it. And also, I remember in the not in the Philippines, in Belize one time, I heard about an electrocution down there from one of those. So just be aware of that, because that's not something that anybody wants to do, is get electrocuted and die in a shower. But just be extra careful of that, because that has happened with people, guys. But anyway, think cold shower, guys. Unless you guys need to have it, like if you need to have it, you know, you have a heart condition or something like that. Maybe the cold water is too much on your heart, you know, when it hits you in the morning or whatever. Then yeah, have the hot water. You know, have at it. But other than that, I don't think you need it. Anyway, guys, I just want to throw that out there. I know there's not a lot of information in there. It's just kind of my thoughts on this, okay? Because I've gone without it. I've had no problem. I've been 4 years, almost 4 years over here totally with cold showers, except when I go to, you know, like Tan's Oasis or a resort. And I haven't missed it at all, really. I mean, when I get up in the morning, you know, I'm a little bit sweaty, even though we have AC. When I walk out in the other room, it's a little bit hotter out there, so I get a little bit sweaty from sitting out there in the morning having breakfast. Let's say I have the door open. And, you know, that cold shower feels good. And the same thing when I go to bed. That cold shower makes a difference. It just kind of refreshes me a little bit, and I sit down, watch TV, do my banking or whatever, then go to bed, and I just feel kind of refreshed from that. But anyway, guys, God bless. Take care.